Okay, we are live, guys. Hi, world. How's it going? My name is Evan Downey. I am the creator and director for the Book of Mojo, and I've gathered here with a few of our crew members for our Q&A, and we're really excited about asking you guys some questions. First, I wanted to kind of go through and if everybody can kind of introduce yourselves and kind of talk a little bit about your background and stuff. Everybody knows who I am. Nobody wants to hear about me anymore. Don't be shy. Who's gonna go first? All right, Morgan, you go first.
All right. My name is Morgan Johnson. I'm the sound designer / composer for Book of Mojo. And let's see. I'm trying to think of an interesting way to describe my background. I was born
interesting.
I was born and raised in Oregon, and went to school at Savannah College of Art and Design in Georgia, and majored in film and television, but then kind of segued into sound design there, and kind of fell in love with it and started pursuing that, which then also segued into music, and I've been doing sound design and music ever since. And I work at a company called Barking Owl Sound. It's like a commercial company based here in LA, and yeah, I met Everett I think a little over a year ago, I think the beginning of last year, and got involved on the teaser trailer for Mojo, and Everett was kind enough to invite me back for the film, so I'm excited to get started.
That was a pretty interesting experience too, how we met. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's like a whole story in and of itself.
Yeah, there's very a lot of serendipity with that one. I think at the time, I know I was getting towards the end of wrapping up kind of production on the teaser. Like a lot of the animation was done. We were starting to do a lot of the rendering, and I still didn't have a music guy. And I was like, okay, I need to find a music guy quick. I don't know what I'm going to do. And literally, I think the next day, I got an email from you saying hi. And a mutual friend of ours kind of hooked us up, and it was pretty cool. The timing was perfect, actually.
Yeah, it was amazing. It worked out well. We kind of just hit the ground running, and here we are.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. What's going on, Mike? Welcome to the party. Next, we'll jump over to Aaron. Aaron, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Aaron McGriff. I'm doing some character animation on the Book of Mojo. I'm doing some layout presently, and getting stuff rocking in the animation department. I also went to the Savannah College of Art and Design for animation, class of '05, and I've been up in the New York City area since then, working in all aspects really of animation. I've done commercial stuff and done some independent features and worked on some video game stuff and sort of all aspects of the industry. So just fired up and excited to be part of the team. Met Everett through one of the other animators on the team, Montague Ruffin, interned with me several years ago, and he made the connection, and I definitely wanted to get involved. I saw the first teaser they had done, and I had seen it actually on the internet before that, and so when I had an opportunity to get involved with the team, I was fired up, and yeah, I'm really excited to bring this project to fruition for you guys.
Yeah, cool. I was really excited that you joined the team. That was one thing that was really surprising about the second round when I decided to try to I think I'm going to try to crowdfund this. There was a lot of people who were super excited to jump on board, so I found that really, really encouraging. Next, let's you ready to make your entrance, Mr. Yates?
Sure.
What we're doing is just trying to saying hi to everybody and saying a little bit about our background and stuff like that, so people know who we are. You're gonna hear that throughout this whole thing, I'm sure.
I'm Michael Yates. I'm working in story and a little bit in biz dev in the beginning.
Yeah.
I went to Ringling College of Art and Design. I graduated last year, and I worked at DreamWorks for a while, and now I'm at Pixar. And I met Everett from when I interned at Pixar 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
Yeah, you were interning with my buddy, we were roommates at the time, Bobby Rubio, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, I remember and actually we had actually met online before that, right? If I'm not mistaken. I remember I still have I still have your little note to me on Tumblr, the first time you're like,
Yeah.
I like your stuff, and I'm like. What I do is when I see people's stuff, I would go through their Tumblr and see what they're doing. And I was like, this person has a bright future ahead of them. So I was really excited that you jumped on board too. So
Yeah.
And we have a couple people who are kind of behind the scenes a little bit. We have our producer is here, Evie Rage. I don't know if she wants to say hi or not. Let's see. You want to say hi?
Hi, how's it going?
And we also have Monique Henry Hudson, who's been just the force behind a lot of our social media. She's the one who's keeping us relevant at this point, because I'm not good with the Twitters and the Facebooks and all that stuff, and she's been doing a fantastic job. And so she's kind of behind the scenes. So basically what we're doing though is this is Q&A. We'll be talking back and forth, but definitely if you guys have questions, we're asking everyone. Before last time there was saying oh, is there a chat window or anything like that? There is no chat. We actually did research for it. The only chat we have is between us. So if you guys have questions for us, there's a Q&A that you guys can add, and we're actually looking at the comments page on our Hangout page, and we're also, if you have questions, you can also tweet them to us. And if you just tweet them at with hashtag TeamMojoGo, we'll be able to pull those out and answer your questions. So yeah. What's that?
We got to give a shout out.
Oh, who are we giving a shout out to?
So, as soon as the chat opens, let's say user by the name of Freddie.
Oh!
He says, "Woo, it's live."
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out. Freddie has been there for us. He's a hardcore fan. We love Freddie.
So
how's it going, man?
Woo, it's live, Freddie.
But basically, the kind of the point of this Q&A, it's I really wanted to introduce you guys to the team and kind of talk about the project, and really talk about what we're doing, and the different people, what their experience has been like and why they got involved. So yeah, let's just kind of jump in.
We got our first question.
Okay.
It's from Twitter user at Forestall21.
I know who that is.
That's great.
What's the question?
Hold on, it just disappeared on me. Let me get back to it. All right. What color would you choose your costumes if you were a superhero? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I haven't really given a lot of thought to that question. Black, red, white.
Whatever.
What about the rest of you guys? It's a good question.
It's art direction. Come on, guys.
I'm definitely a blue and black sort of guy.
Oh, nice.
A real stealth for the nighttime, of course. I always liked that color combo growing up. So.
Midnight colors.
Yeah.
Come on, Michael, give it up. What's your color? You've been contemplating too long.
I think maybe a black and green combination, like the Matrix-esque.
I thought Kyle, I forgot his last name, but he was one of the Green Lanterns. That's what I thought I wanted.
Mine was all black.
Wow. So you're going totally Matrix, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Wait, we skipped somebody? We got two other people.
Okay, yeah. Well, jump in here, guys.
Well, I guess for me.
Real question.
Since I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and really the only good professional team is the Seattle Seahawks, I would have to go with blue and green, like an electric green.
That's
Oh, whoa!
so you're
Man,
not
totally
the
Seahawks.
girl. You're not the
You can make a superhero costume out of blue and electric green.
No, it's all good. No, I'm not disputing that. But you're definitely front and center.
Yes. Come on, Monique. I know you have a color. You can type it. So Forrestal has 21 has a follow-up question.
Okay.
Cape or man panties?
Wow. Those are the only two choices? Yeah, like you can't have both, right?
Come on. Be a man. Cape or man panties?
Judging from like watching The Incredibles, it seems like a cape can really be a bit of a hindrance.
And no capes.
I think it's really interesting that he gave you a choice of a cape or panties.
Just one or the other, like
yeah.
I'm not gonna wear anything.
If I have
Panties.
I think if I have to choose, I'll probably choose the panties. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You gotta leave something to the imagination.
right.
All right. Thank you for Style 21. Everett, you're going to have to tell me who this is later.
Oh, I'll let you know. You know who you are.
Well, speaking of colors and choices and things like that, let's talk about Mojo. I'm kind of interested. I'm sure other people are interested. Let's talk a little bit about these characters, who they are, how they relate to each other. I want to know about this world. What is this world about? I know there's magic. I mean, that's the hook for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the world is it's pretty cool. I think it's basically like near future. It's like dystopian a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a little bit in the future, and the idea is that a magic, which was once like, oh, this thing is myth, nobody believed in it. Now it's this real thing. It's out there, and nobody, people don't know how to handle it. Like they don't know, how do you legislate this? How do you control it? Like how do you do people have to have a license to practice this or whatever? And in this reality, the thing that makes it really dangerous is not everybody can use it effectively. In fact, it's actually really dangerous for most people. There's only a few people who can use it reliably. These people are called crafters, right? Our story follows the girl. We all know who that is. That's creepy. She's this young runaway, 13-year-old girl, and she is basically the simplest way possible. She's actually trying to learn the mysteries of magic to kind of put her life back together, put her family back together. Actually, what she comes to realize is it's you never go back, right? It's all about coping with change and that sort of thing. The way I kind of envision this world, is it's a lot of mystery about it. It's magic is this thing. There's a big mystery about kind of where it came from. There are these areas where magic's kind of just seeping into our reality, and it's changing things. It's starting to change things in the environment. So it's gonna be a really, really cool mix of modern and fantasy elements. Kind of stuffed into the modern world.
You guys been working on it for a few months now. I'm just curious of the crew there. Anybody got any favorite characters and why?
There's actually quite a number of characters.
I know, but I want to know who are people gravitated to. Come on, Aaron. I know you got a favorite.
I actually like the rat. I think he's really funny.
Why you like Bailey?
He's hilarious.
Yeah, I think this is got a good comic relief sort of element, and everyone looks like a funny sidekick or whatever. So I gotta gravitate towards that. But Twist is obviously really cool in terms that massive, he's intense. He's one of the crafters who can really sling some magic, so he gets kind of some nice moments. So yeah. Yeah,
there's actually a lot of characters that we actually obviously we're on the crew, so we know what their personalities are like. And there's even ones that are not in the pilot that we're still designing, like, you know, because we are thinking further down the line. Like the main characters, like we have Creepy, who's kind of like the main. She's like our main character, and then there's Mojo. Mojo is like this statue who doesn't know. It's an animated statue, doesn't know about his origins. But then there's like these support characters, like Creepy has her friends, like who. Like she doesn't have a lot of friends, but the ones that she has, she's like really fiercely loyal to. One of them is Dipti. Dipti is like she's like this Indian girl who's like around the same age as Creepy, and whereas Creepy is kind of like Creepy's like an orphan, and Dipti actually has a family, so she's kind of like she's practicing kind of in secret. You know, these are, you know. Like her parents don't know. And then she has another friend, Trance. And Trance is like this Chinese guy who's like really into like the dancing and loves going clubbing and that sort of thing. And he is also a practitioner. You find this out later. He's a practitioner, but he's different. The way his magic work is very different.
Spoiler alerts?
No spoiler. I'm not gonna say much about what he could do, but I think it's gonna be it's very entertaining. Let's just say that.
All right.
But yeah, we've been working on these characters. Are any other characters that you guys like or really enjoy?
I really like Loco.
Yeah. Because it's name or like why?
Just because what?
That's what it is. It's his name. Like what's up with Loco?
Because she's crazy. Yeah. She's like Oh yeah, she's insane.
Okay.
I need to share pictures of some of these things. We're talking about.
Yeah, you should. I haven't seen so many characters you guys are talking about. I'm sure the fans would like that. Give a holler if you want to see more. Where are we at, Book of Mojo? That's our Twitter, people. Tweet, 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 tweet.
Cool.
All right, what else can we talk about? So, you know, I've heard a lot about, you know, Creepy and her friends and, you know, Twist and his slinging gang. Like, who else is in this world? Like, I keep seeing this picture of this old woman. Who's this old woman?
Okay, so I'm actually going to go into screen sharing mode. See if I can share some of this stuff with you guys. I don't want to give everything away.
I got a question in here from Kyle Lopez.
Sure. What's up? What's Kyle saying?
He says, hi there. On the Indiegogo page, it mentions that you want to tell stories of characters that you feel are underrepresented in animation. Can you elaborate any specific thoughts on that subject matter? I want to plus on this, but
you can. You're not part of the audience. Yeah. I mean, like, I'll talk about it later. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Like, I know, like, I want to hear input from you guys. All right, fine. I'll go first. You guys will talk about it. So, yeah, this is actually really important to me. So, basically, I feel like there's a lot of times in Hollywood and media, like there's only like focus on like the hero characters are generally, you know, it's like white male, or, you know, that's predominantly most of the heroes, and then the female characters that are heroes are usually princesses. So I just think that it's just a very narrow sort of view, and just as like me myself, I always kind of felt like, you know, the world out there is so huge. There's like so many amazing stories out there. If you spend any time like looking up any like authors that like from different countries and stuff, there's so many amazing stories out there, and I just kind of felt like if you only hear one side, like if you only hear something from one point of view, it just kind of like, I think it just kind of skews everyone, you know. Like for example, I always bring up my daughter because when she was kind of growing older, like when she was in her class, she was going to a predominantly white school at the time, and she looks around. This is preschool, and she's looking around. And she's not seeing anybody who looks like her. And then she's seeing TV, and the TV is just kind of like reinforcing that, like it's just like they're reinforcing this princess image, which is like someone who looks like Elsa or somebody who looks like Rapunzel or something like that. And my daughter's starting to feel kind of awkward, and she's starting to feel like, well, is that what people are supposed to look like? Is that what like so? My thing is like I really. One of the reasons I'm doing this is I just want to kind of represent the world that's actually out there. The world, like when you step out your door and you walk around and what you see on the street, I want to represent that on the screen. Because I think it's really powerful. Imagery is really powerful. You know, like when you see a character, like when I think of all the movies growing up, like and all the people that I used to want to be, like, you know, I would see Indiana Jones, like, oh, I want to do that, Han Solo. Oh, I want to be that guy. I would see, like, you know, Reese from Terminator, you know, like all these characters, and it really starts to like. But then when you see like the other representations, usually like people of color, especially like African Americans and Latinos, are like not really represented heroically a lot. And when you see that option, it's just kind of like you start to kind of feel vilified, you know what I mean, in a way. So I want to be like I just want us to get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm going to go see this movie, and it's about this astronaut who's trying to save his crew, and the astronaut happens to be like, you know, a Korean dude, or like I want to go see a movie, and when I see like a team of people teaming together, it's like it doesn't, you know, it's not like this, you know, predominantly white team with like a few like two, you know, two token people of color, but you know, something that's a little bit more representative of like kind of what's out there in the world. You know, that's
more inclusive, yeah.
Yeah, inclusivity. And actually, while we're on that subject, I kind of want to like we always have this discussion, Evie, where like I always use the D word, and you're like, don't use the D word, and that's diversity.
Can I say?
What's that?
Can I explain why?
No. Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like I looked it up, Evie, and inclusivity, and I love inclusivity because diversity is like a description. It's like a thing, right? So like if something is diverse, it just means it has lots of options, right? So use that to describe something. It's like, oh, what a diverse lineup of chips we have. You know what I mean? So it's not really. It's just a descriptor, whereas inclusivity is like it's active, you know what I mean? And it's like we're actively looking to balance something that like with people who are underrepresented, you know, yeah. So it's really interesting when I looked up both words. I was like, wow, it's like that's a big difference. So inclusivity is like what we're really interested in.
All right, we got a question from Twitter user. Aristic Matter. Aristic Matter? I hope I'm saying that right. Alright, so do you plan on making more short films after this project?
Yes. Yes, I do. The small answer is yes. Mini. I would love to do more stuff, but
yeah. Okay, Forestall 21 is back. Forestall wants to know if you could make the Book of Mojo live action show, what actors would you cast? Ooh, this is good. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it from everybody. This will be kind of interesting. Don't be afraid to defy the creator of the Book of Mojo.
No, yeah, you guys have to jump in here. I do know what, like, yeah, there's a few people I'd like.
Let's start with Creepy. I'm really interested. Creepy.
Is she's sort of hot right now in like that age.
Oh, I know you were going to say.
Willow Smith. Shout out to Willow Smith from Monique.
Oh, Willow? Yeah, I think Willow's got Willow. No, you don't like Willow?
all caps. Willow Smith from Monique.
What did Monique say?
Willow Smith.
Can she act?
It's a little out there.
What were you gonna say? No, Aaron, you were gonna say something.
Oh no, I had said Quivenzane Wallace or whatever her last name is from I guess Annie most recently.
the Wild.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
She's right around
Another
that age.
one.
I don't really know that many other young actresses in that age
Not
range.
around that age. And there's another one. Like I just wish she was younger. She would be great. I think she's in her teens, but she's older. And I always mispronounce her name. The girl who played Rue in
in Hunger Games?
Yeah, in Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah. I don't know her name though, which is a shame. Oh,
yes.
Amanda.
Amanda, that's right. Thank you.
Monet can own it.
But right. So that's a good question.
Okay, so let's talk who Dipti.
That one I would have to cast for, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, these are teen kids. Like,
you know, not enough Indian actors out there.
I mean, I don't. Do you guys know any that are around 13, 14? I don't know any personally, but.
You know, that's interesting. Underrepresentation.
All my child stars.
Well, who's Loco? Wait, who said Loco was their favorite? Michael?
Yeah.
Who would you? Live action. Who would you cast for Loco?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Okay. We're gonna.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Okay.
Well, it's also the age range we're talking about too, right? You know, it's like
yeah.
Like, you know, does anybody watch the Disney Network anymore? Like,
no.
My girls aren't at that age yet.
Huh?
My girls aren't at that age yet. They don't.
Well, that's right.
They don't. Not quite there. Soon though.
Well, that's one of the things I like about something like this too, because then it's like opens the way for like, you know, new potential. You know, like every story, it's like, you know, I mean, like, you know, there's always a name that's like a hot name that always gets kind of tossed in all the time. There's always like small group of like actors, and, you know, it's good to be able to think, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like see people for like their talents. All right, so we got a little slow on the Q&A here. Oh wait, just as I thought, Twitter user Giant TVFX, we know who that is. He suggests Tika Sumpner and Paige Hurd. He says Tika Sumpner with the exclamation points.
Well, he's on it though. Like he's always...
Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, we got names. Thank you, Giant TV Effects. Whoop.
Oh. Yeah, I think she might be too old.
Yeah.
Tika Sumpner.
Yeah.
What about Paige Hurd?
Probably too old.
Yeah. 22. Those are good choices, but yeah, I remember when I first started thinking about Mojo. I think, oh man, I'm gonna space her name, and I don't want
Keke Palmer.
Thank you. Keke Palmer was the template that I was using at the time when I was like trying to draw her. So
Giant TV Effects is back. Giant TV Effects says Cast an Unknown.
Cast an Unknown. Yeah, that's always a good choice.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what other kind of juicy bits. Okay, so magic is real. Like, you know, I'm into magic, like in the real like world kind of sense. So I want to know what kind of theories and practices is your magic based upon? You know.
Well, I don't want to go too deep.
Shadowrun has a certain kind of magic. Earth Dawn has a
Right.
certain kind of magic. D&D's got a certain. I'm sorry, I'm bringing my RPG geek out just to clarify the question. So we got Shadowrun type magic, D&D, Earth Dawn. What other kind of you know? So what are the parameters we're looking at? Like Earth Dawn was kind of based on the Scourge, and Shadowrun was this like virus disease. Like
Without getting too, I don't want to go. I don't want to go too into specifics because there's
spoiler alert.
yeah, there's a mystery, like where the magic comes from and like
Holy
what's the story behind that. I will say that like there are definitely rules. There are definitely like a lot, like some things are harder than others. Like magic requires effort to kind of like effort and concentration to like hone, and there's specific rules about creation and like what you can create and how much of it you can create. So making something is a lot harder than like amplifying something. So like producing, if you're gonna make fire, that's really really hard. If you're just gonna make it come out of nowhere. But if you have a fire, amplifying it, it's like that's like much easier. So there's like lots of rules. And then of course like when you get into some of the spirits and stuff like that, and they have rules and contracts and all sorts of stuff. So.
I saw the render test of Creepy's lightning, and so I want to ask out to the whole crew, what's your magic power? I definitely want that lightning power. Without a
That's so you.
Come on, Mike. What's your power?
The power to control gravity.
Oh,
Wow.
that's scary. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that for just yourself or for others?
The power to control gravity.
Yeah, that's like the power to destroy planets, basically. Bend
Yeah.
time, space.
Yeah.
Wait, Morgan, you've been quiet for a while. I know
Yeah,
you have superpower, and it's not just music.
Power. What kind of power would I use? I don't know. I think maybe invisibility could be kind of fun. Could go dark really quickly, but
That was, yeah.
it could be fun.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, so
Yeah.
got two more pop-ups here. First, we have Kyle Lopez is back. He says, "Thanks for answering the question, Everett. Excited to see how the project turns out, since that representation feels very important, especially with all the craziness going on in Baltimore right now. Do you have any other inspirations like the ones mentioned? For example, Avatar: Last Airbender, and I raise my rockin' horns to that. Boom, boom.
Does he mean inspirations like what inspires us to do this sort of thing? Like what type of?
Well, I think, do you have any other inspirations like the ones you've mentioned before, like besides Avatar: Last Airbender?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of things that have sort of been inspiring me. Like, I love Avatar. Avatar's great. Love the storytelling and the world building. It's such a great show. I'm also a really huge fan of like. I really liked. I'm a fan of Josh Whedon's writing. I really like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, that sort of thing. Dollhouse 2, later seasons of the Dollhouse. Like,
There's only 2 seasons of Dollhouse, and both those seasons sucked.
I disagree.
I don't know.
That's just.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that later. All right,
Let's
so
talk about that.
we got Freddie's back. Freddie's got a really important question. Are you thinking of doing more crowdfunding after the Indiegogo campaign?
Yeah, we're definitely looking at doing more. One thing that's been really awesome is just seeing people's response, and people seem to be really excited about the project. So we really want to do it, and we're really having a lot of fun. And after seeing that render test, I don't know how you guys felt, but after that render test, I'm like, man, this has to get made. It's like too cool. I mean, how are you guys feeling about the project and stuff, the direction it's going?
I can speak, coming from the audio side and having nothing to do with the workflow of the animators, but it just blows me away to see what you guys are doing, and I don't know. Like I'm just so stoked. I worked, with you on the teaser, which was amazing. But I feel like even just that little 17-second snippet is just so exciting to see, like how different feeling it is, but still holds like I don't know the same kind of overall feel that the teaser had, but just in a more refined, cool kind of way.
I've got a question for the crew, actually.
I still got one from the guest, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's that? You said what?
We still have one more from a guest.
Yeah, we'll do that one too. But now that you guys have been on it, you see the teaser, and like you see like how you guys feel about the new direction and stuff like that, like that we've been doing on Mojo.
For me, like I loved the teaser and everything about it, but like just historically, like the things that drew me to animation originally, and like the type of stuff I tend to gravitate towards watching and enjoying, does tend to be more stylized and like kind of less dark. That's not even the right word, but I was kind of excited to see it explore kind of a more stylized look. And as we're starting to get the animation going, I feel like it opens up doors for how much more exaggerated or how much more freedom you have kind of creatively with the style of the movement as we explore that. When stuff looks very real, a lot of times you expect it to move very real. But sometimes getting, peppering in like in the proper places some more of the traditional like principles and stuff of animation, being able to squash and stretch some things or whatever as the style dictates is a lot of fun as well. So I'm excited to kind of see as we continue exploring the new sort of aesthetic, what we'll retain from the original thing, and then what things we'll be able to push a little more stylistically.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty, just from the storytelling ability, like looking at the teaser and then looking at the new version, I think you can get away with a lot more, like darker themes when things look more cartoon. Like people are a bit more forgiving for it, but they still are open to whatever message that is you're trying to deliver.
You got an example of a cartoon like that, Michael? That you thinking of in your head? Because I'm thinking about the Batman animated series, and I'm like, that was dark, that was noir.
Yeah. That was dark.
The one that I watched recently was like Grave of the Fireflies, which is like one of the saddest things ever.
That movie's rough.
So depressing.
But then it looks so cute.
Yeah, it looked good, but dang, that movie was rough, man.
I watched that movie and I was done, and whenever I hear that title, my heart goes, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can see it in my body. I was like, ugh.
Oh.
That movie was rough, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Good, yeah. To me, Miyazaki.
Yeah, and I actually kind of feel like I think that this is by no means anime, but I think anime does some certain things where they really take that to heart. They'll go crazy with some of the character designs, but then the story and stuff like that could be really jacked up, really messed up, So and it's really interesting. It's interesting when they do that. So.
All right, so we got 2 questions piled up here. Oh, we got 3. We got people talking.
All right, that's what I like to see.
So Giant Effects has been in the queue here, wondering who is the most powerful mage in the world of Mojo.
Man, you really asking a lot of spoiler questions.
Oh, I need more banners so they can start flashing.
Well, this is what I will say. One of the main characters, one of the villains is this guy. His name is the Expediter. And actually, I've got a picture that I can share with you guys. So
while you bring that up, I just want to tell everybody in the audience, Frank Abney has joined us.
Yeah.
Welcome, Frank. Looking good, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
All right. Can you see? So this is this is the Expediter, and he's kind of like the main bad guy. And just in terms of like him versus everyone else, like he's very powerful. So, and he is a cat's pawn of a group called the Brokerage. So that should give you an idea. Oh, we have another. We have someone else who's joining the party. Maria.
Maria.
Hi.
Hey. Full house. I like this.
All right. So,
Welcome to the party.
welcome to the party. Do you want to take another question, or do you want to take a moment to introduce our new guests?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's introduce.
All
some
right.
guests.
I'm just gonna jump the line, Frank. Sorry, I'm a feminist. Maria, who are you?
I'm Maria from Korea.
That's awesome.
My pronoun? Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
What do you do on the crew?
I do character designs. I did couple designs that many people haven't seen yet.
They will. No, they've seen it. They've seen it.
We're borderline spoiler alert here.
Yeah.
All right, Frank. Tell the world about yourself.
Hello, I'm Frank Abney. I'm an animator over at DreamWorks Animation, and I'm doing some animation on Book of Mojo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Animators make things move. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what's in our queue here. Okay, so Forrest 2, he's back. He's got a group question. Oh wow. All right, favorite cartoon growing up, TV or movie?
Oh man.
That's hard. Can we list them all? Well, no, don't list them all because some of them.
That's the one. No.
Some of them are crap.
No, well, no, but like that's kind of the awesomeness. No, like, don't be afraid to mention your cartoon if it was bad. That almost makes it better.
I'll go first.
Yeah, let's hear it, Michael.
So, favorite TV series was Dragon Ball Z.
I knew it.
It's obviously the best one. And then my favorite movie, I think, was between Iron Giant and Incredibles.
Oh yeah, both of those are good.
Yeah.
They share something in common too, I think.
They do.
That could be.
Can I say mine?
Go for it.
All right, like Thundercats,
I
Silverhawks.
knew you were gonna say Thundercats.
Be quiet.
No, I like those too.
Mummies Alive, Gundam Wing, and I would have to say for movies, it would have to be Secret of Nim.
Whoa.
Blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite cartoon growing up. But see, you said one of the ones that I was gonna say, and that was definitely Thundercats, man. Thundercats were
Okay, we could share that.
We can share that. We can share that one. And then there's Transformers. I love Transformers as a kid. It was ridiculous. And I had a goofy one. I love this cartoon. It was an old school Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Do you remember? When they get on the roller coaster and they go into the world? I love that show when I was a kid. As far as movies go, like, yeah, you mentioned two of my favorites. Like, definitely like Iron Giant and I'm trying to think though. Like, I'm trying to go back a little bit more. Actually, you know what? There's another one that kind of blew my mind when I was younger, and that was Akira. Akira kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's crazy.
Can I throw Fat Albert in there?
Oh, Fat Albert, that's a good one.
Just because I feel like the spirit of Fat Albert is somehow part of the Mojo Project.
It's like the edgy
Hey.
fat.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, Frank's got a guest.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Little
Oh,
avian
my
here.
Oh.
Avian's watching. He's sitting in today. I think my favorite. What was it? Favorite cartoon and movies growing up?
Yeah. Yep.
Cartoons. I think the Batman animated series.
Oh, so
And
good.
a lot of those actually, Looney Tunes, like a lot of the whole WB thing back in the '90s, and movies probably or movie. I'll pick one. I think 101 Dalmatians. It was the first
Whoa.
movie. It was the first VHS movie we owned when we got our little TV in house and all that stuff. Like we had that for a while, so I would watch it over and over again until my second one, The Lion King, and I'd watch that one.
That's another good one.
Sure, the VHS tape actually like wore out because you watched it so many times.
Okay.
I know that happened to me on a couple of Disney films.
All right, we got another question from Artistic Matter. This is for the whole group. What's on your playlist right now?
Oh, what are we listening to? In general?
Welcome to Night Vale. I'm not just.
to? I have to check. I'd have to look into that. I've been listening to audiobooks lately, so it's kind of boring. It's not boring actually. I've been listening to audiobooks, but I'm listening to Dresden Files. Speaking of urban fantasy.
Oh, the baby likes that.
Yeah. Baby's got some good taste.
What was the question? Playlist? What's on your playlist?
Yeah, what's on
playlist
your
right now.
playlist right now?
I'll just go off of today. It was a mixture of the Michael Jackson Escape album, the latest one, and Lupe Fiasco, the Lasers album.
Nice. Anybody else?
Nice. Me, I just recently put some new music on my smartphone. I never had music on it before, so I've been listening to all sorts of stuff on the train. But I've always been known for having just like super duper eclectic musical taste. So like one song will be like literally like a Broadway show tune, and then the next song will be like Metallica, and then the next song is like some gospel a cappella stuff or whatever. So I was listening to some Metallica today, Panic at the Disco, Eminem. Sarah Bareilles, lots of things today. just keeping it broad, diverse. Maybe what I want to say.
Nice.
Yeah.
The smorgasbord. That's what it smells like. All right.
I wanted to get in on the other cartoon question, actually.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
I was waiting, but then we moved on. But that's I know in the interest of time. But no, growing up, I was all about. I loved Darkwing Duck, Inspector Gadget.
That's
that. And then when Frank started talking about the WB, the Animaniacs has got to be one of the best of all times. I love writing.
Yeah, definitely.
So funny.
Animaniacs, man.
And then movie-wise,
like the states and the capitals, man, because I would practice.
I just remember another one that I was really, really into. I almost forgot. It was Gargoyles. You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
Gargoyles. And that one, actually, I can say that is definitely an influence on Mojo. Because I remember, like, when I was a kid, when I saw Gargoyles, I'm like, how is this a cartoon? This is awesome.
Dude, I was dying. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, man. That was all about.
Did anyone ever get into Johnny Quest?
Johnny Quest! How can we forget Johnny?
A little bit.
In 3D at the same time, it was kind of a trip.
Although I gotta
Just a classic.
I gotta say this. I really love Johnny Quest, like, because I think a lot of us, can sympathize with being like that adventurous kid, right? That's what Johnny Quest, like,
Always wanting
like
to be.
that lies. But when I got older, I would just wish Haji would just just crack him in the neck or something. I was like, dude, I just want to hang out with Haji. Because he always knew some shit, and he was always calm, and he was always like, John, you think we should be doing this? Like, hey, don't you think we should think this through?
No, it'll be cool. Don't worry about it.
Talking about gargoyles earlier, if you Ryan Lang, guy I worked with at Disney, he has some really cool paintings on Twitter. Some gargoyles.
Yeah, they're amazing. Those are amazing. I saw those blew my mind. Man, so good, so good.
All right, so Forrest Still 21 is back. Oh man,
Keep it coming, keep it coming.
Okay, so Game of Thrones, Daredevil, or Agent Carter. I'm just gonna throw down on Agent Carter. One, because I haven't seen Daredevil. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't comment on that. And Game of Thrones, I can't stomach it. So Agent Carter, my vote.
Daredevil.
I toss it to the crew.
Daredevil's been pretty good.
Man, y'all don't even see the beauty that's Agent Carter. Do you understand?
You asked me to pick 1 out of 3. I like all 3.
All right, it's fine.
I haven't seen the others.
All right, well, that answers that.
I'm going to go Game of Thrones.
Whoa.
I'm not surprised at this point because it's always the quiet ones. But I gotta tell you,
you watching any of those?
I also have to say Game of Thrones.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Nice.
Before I quit it, I did buy a Lannister patch. I
Really?
the patch onto my clothes. I committed.
Whoa. Okay.
Because they play the game the best, and you guys know it.
All right.
All right, so for Saul 21, hey, what do you guys think of the new quote-unquote DC Girls project at WB?
Have you guys seen this project?
What's that?
DC Girls?
That's, the DC Girls are doing, what, I don't know the exact story behind it, but they're doing, is it a comic book lineup? Is that what it is?
Sounds like that to me. I don't know.
I saw an article about it. No, my girls are going to be super psyched. My girls love, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, that girl. So, Phoenix is always asking, to see more Wonder Woman stuff. So, I think they're going to be super excited about it. I don't know. Have you guys seen this?
I haven't seen it, but it sounds like a cool idea.
When we say WB, we're talking CW, right?
No. Apparently, DC Entertainment, they announced they're doing
the movies then? Movie projects?
No. I think what it is it's called DC Superhero Girls, and it's an initiative with Mattel. And basically what they're doing is age 6 to 12. There's going to be TV special, toys, apparels, all this stuff. So, yeah. I don't know, it looks cute. It looks really cute. Anything with more superhero ladies, I'm all for it. My girls are all for it too. So.
We get superhero ladies with sensible armor.
Well, that's the thing now. That's all the rage now. You see, if you see Spider-Gwen's costume and Batgirl's costume, they're a lot more practical and they look awesome. Spider-Gwen's costume is fantastic.
I was just was catching up on Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was looking at some of the armor that May and the tall blonde and were wearing. I was
yeah,
I would love some armor like that.
Yeah, I love that new lineup. It's pretty cool.
Let's talk favorite costumes. What would you wear?
Costumes.
Yeah. I would totally wear that shield armor. I want to be a shield agent. It's all black. Nobody's itching to get in like the old school, like, you know, yellow and blue Wolverine tights. Nobody wants to put on Dazzler's costume.
Oh.
You know
How far are you guys?
That was pretty fabulous.
What?
How far are you guys on Daredevil yet? No.
I finished it.
Yet. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I've only
Never
gotten to
mind
like
then.
the
It's
sixth
the
episode, I
Netflix
think.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want the Daredevil costume from that?
I just really like his costume in there.
That's good.
Pretty
It's,
stealthy and.
I mean, there's no costume. He's just like
Yeah.
wearing his like, you know, handkerchief. I don't even know. Towels.
Okay, now I have to see this show.
It's good. It's good. Watch it.
You know, what can I be like? I had found an essay once. I'll have to dig it up somewhere. Oh, got more questions coming in. It was about like why. Oh yeah, it was an essay about why Superman. You know, the very like the original one from back in the like the early 1900s or whatever, like wore. The reason why they put the panties, the man panties on the outside, right? Is because of the way that comics were printed back then. And like the color process and stuff. And so in order to get like some contrast in Superman's art direction, they put like, you know, those classic Superman panties over it. Otherwise he would have just been like this sort of like blue flatness and stuff. And it had directly to do with the way comics were printed back then. It's why man panties were invented.
That's why Hulk is green.
All right, so let's see. I've got a question from everybody, for everybody, from Freddie. What do you think the most underrated TV show, movie, comic, any medium in entertainment out there is right now?
That's a hard one.
Most underrated for animation?
Just any TV, any media. You know, basically, I think the question is like, you know, is there something out there that is
That
really
people are interested?
that you know about?
Well, I don't know how big Archer is, but I am just like head over heels in love with Archer. You guys should.
Archer? You serious?
I don't know why. That movie just strikes a chord with me.
All right, I'm gonna comment.
There was an old show that got canceled. I think it was on ABC. There was an old show that got canceled after the first season. It was called Flash Forward.
Oh,
That was a cool
big.
show.
It was like that big blackout that gave everyone like a glimpse of the future, and yeah, everyone was, you know, some people who didn't have one. It was, I think it was assumed that they weren't going to be alive at that time. It was like a certain amount of time in the future, and
Yeah, that was a
there's
cool
more
show.
to it, but yeah, it was really cool.
All right, so I just want to do a slight retraction there. I believe double checking the feed here. That last question was from Kyle. Either way, I want to thank Kyle and Freddie and Forestall21 Giant TV FX for names because I'm losing the queue here. For all of your interactive and all these really interesting questions. I want to thank everyone like on the crew of Team Mojo for being here for the Hangout tonight, sharing your innermost secrets about costuming and childhood faves. Thank you as well, Everett, for being here again, sharing some more of what's going on in the mind of the creator of the Book of Mojo.
Cool.
Thank you, Monique, for filtering through all the questions and stuff. That's brilliant. And yeah, thank all of you who are listening, maybe not interacting. Hope you got to learn a little bit more about this crew and this project, and jump on board and join the story, because magic is real. It'll help.
Yeah.
All right. Night.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Great job, guys.
You guys.